Let's listen to this moment right here.
Better tuned by hand.
Do you hear that, guys?
Better tuned by hand.
I'm gonna turn Waves Tune back on.
Better tuned by hand.
Come on, guys. This is why we do this right here. Yeah, boy. Sounds like I can sing almost. Look, so maybe you're not the best singer in the world. Me either, okay? Me either. But guys, you don't need to use auto-tune on stuff that doesn't need auto-tune. Some stuff just doesn't need auto-tune. Like this vocal, for example, right here.
Involved in this, but
On that where it goes, eh?
we're involved.
You hear that like, that's the auto-tune. But if I take auto-tune off, then it's gonna sound like this.
Way more involved. Way more involved.
That's not right either. There's a middle ground. There's a middle ground that no one's telling you about. My goodness. Look, it's like the middle ground that like we would use in country or in rock or in a lot of different pop, right? Like Ed Sheeran isn't gonna like be saturated in auto-tune, but he is gonna sound real good. Now, granted, he's getting takes that sound real good, but also you can just like not focus too much on pitch while you're singing, and you can still get some dank takes. So here's what I want to show you guys. I've been up for like 14 hours and I'm still going right now. I'm just starting this video. I'll do this as much as possible from now on. I just got some crazy shit going on in my life, but I'm here today, right? Guys, there's something that we're going to be using, something called Waves Tune, okay? And man, if ever there was a video that I should be getting some kind of affiliate link for or something, it's this. Because you literally can't do the rest of this video unless you get Waves Tune. And I'm sorry about that, but there's no other tuning. It costs money to tune your voice. There's no free voice tuning, unfortunately. So, this is the cheapest one of all of them. Here's what we're going to do. We're going to drag Waves Tune. Waves Tune Stereo. Not the LT version. So if you go and buy this, don't get that LT. It's like $30 versus the real version is like $36. Get that real Alright, it's extra $6. I'm gonna drop it onto this voice. First of all, I'm gonna turn it off real quick. Can we just listen to this song that I made for you today? I'm gonna turn on all the vocals. Look what I did here. What the hell did I do? I did a lead vocal. Okay, whoa, hello. I did a lead vocal. A vocal that's on the left, a vocal that's on the right, a little harmony on the right, a little harmony on the left, another harmony on the left and the right. Let's just listen to what this dog shit sounds like.
In a trap song, it's quick and it's logical. You just need auto-tune. But some genres sound better tuned by hand. This music shit is way more involved than this. But when it comes to your pitch, it's not that hard. Even with really high notes. Fuck.
That fuck is real. At the end right there,
Fuck.
it's because I'm struggling to hit that one right there. That is no tuning, okay? It sounds not great. Look, is it the worst thing in the world? No, it's not the worst thing in the world. But it is not the best thing in the world. So what we're gonna do is, we're gonna go to Waves Tune right here. You guys see this? Always drag Waves Tune on first, before any of your other shit, right? If I open this up, I got all kinds of shit going on. Auto-tune, we don't need that. Get out of my world, auto-tune. But look, I got all kinds of shit, EQ, and all this type of shit that I got on there. But we don't need that right now. We're going to close that up so that all you have to look at is Waves Tune. Check this out, my friends. You're going to click on the wrench, okay? That wrench right there. And when you click on it, you're going to see all this. What's all this? That's Waves Tune right there. Now, the way Waves Tune works is you've got to record your voice into it. So I'm going to play that through. I'm going to turn off all these other ones real quick. All these background vocals. And all we got to deal with is this lead right here, okay? And we're going to press play, and Waves Tune is going to register it. So check this out, what it does.
In a trap song, it's quick.
See what it's doing there?
Logical, you just need auto-tune.
Ugh,
But some
I don't sound good.
genres sound better
Whew, that was a rough note. Now what Waves Tune is going to do, my friends, is it's going to try to automatically get you sounding right. Check this out. I'm going to zoom in for you. Look right here, guys. Do you see the green line versus the orange line? Okay, you've got orange lines, you've got green lines. The orange is what you did. The green is what Waves Tune is trying to do. And it's trying to correct you, okay? Now, it's got a piano. And you can click on it, and you're going to need to, you'll see. If I want to zoom into Waves Tune, what I'm going to do is I'm going to click right here on this. This is going to zoom me into Waves Tune. You see that tool? I'm going to click on it. Okay? Now watch what happens if I click in now. Oh, I'm clicking. And we're getting these notes zoomed in. We want to zoom in close enough that we can draw. Okay? That's zooming in, like, vertically. Now, to zoom in horizontally, to see the lines a little bit wider, what we need to do is we need to click on this right here. I know it's little, but just bear with me, guys. This is it. This is it. I'm sorry, I sound like frustrated. I'm not frustrated right now. I love you guys. Look, check this out. Boom, I'm gonna click on that. I'm gonna click it a couple times, okay? I just clicked it like 3 times. Now it's a lot more something I can deal with. Now what we need to do, guys, after we've zoomed in to our liking, we need to now click on the pencil. Okay, so we've zoomed in, or first we recorded, then we zoomed in. Now we're gonna click on the pencil. This is how we draw, okay? Now that I'm in drawing mode, now look. The middle of each one of these rectangles, of each one of these, that is the perfect pitch. The middle. Do you see if I zoom in real close? Do you see that? That middle, that's what we're looking to do. So if I go like this, okay, this is me drawing the note, and I'm kind of hovering around that middle. And I'm meeting back up with myself. With what I, like, really did. Remember, I'm the orange. So I'm going to meet back up with myself. Oh, there we go. Let's listen. There we go. Now let's do the next note. Check this out. Look what I'm doing here. I'm following the curvature of my orange. I'm not listening to the green. I'm following the curvature of my orange. You see how I'm going above halfway perfect? That's okay. I'm doing that so that it's a little bit more realistic. Look what I'm doing here. Let's listen to these first 2 notes. Yes. Now check this out. This is an interesting note right here. It's supposed to go da da da, right? It's supposed to be that note. But look what I'm doing, right? With my voice. I'm kind of coming down. What that means is usually that you meant to come down off of it, right? So while perfect would be this, right? If I just draw perfect, I'm drawing, right? Maybe that's perfect. Auto-Tune could do that for me. I want to be a little bit more realistic. So what I need to do is I need to decide, what was my voice trying to do with this little move right here? What was I'm guessing that my voice had an intuition. So is it supposed to go, it's supposed to come down from there? Now, what we want to do is we want to go to the next note that sounds good. That note sounds good with this key that the song is in. What sounds better, this or this? I think it's coming down and skipping that middle one and hitting it. So I'm going to let myself, you know what? I'm going to say, I think that the orange, I'm placing a bet that I think that the orange meant to do that. And then I'm going to come down into the proper note. And I'm going to let it be pretty perfect, okay? Let's hear it. Okay, so it's a little auto-tuney. Let's see, maybe I make it a little wider. Yeah, there you go. It sounds a little bit more real. Okay, very nice. Now right there, this. Looks like my voice meant to have a couple of little curves, so I'm going to follow the curves. Do you see how I'm following kind of the width of the curves? It's just that I'm focused more on being in the middle, okay? And I don't know what this little moment is at the end where I dip out, but I'm guessing I meant to stay on the note. This takes some time to understand, right? I'm not saying this is easy. I'm just saying that this is how it's done. So check this out. Yeah, I could handle that. Right? Now we've got another moment where it's that coming from a higher note, right? I could go like this because the note is supposed to be that. But listen to it now. That didn't sound right, right? The reason why that didn't sound right is because I meant to do some shit like this. I just need to come from the next note in the scale. So is that... or is it... I think that... that sounds weird. So I'm going to go there. And it looks like that's what my voice meant to do anyway. Sometimes you're close, sometimes you're not. I'm going to come from there, and I'm going to let it fall down into this proper note. Right? So there we go. We're going to let it do its thing. Be right. Okay? And I think I probably meant to stay on this note. Right there where I veered off. See my orange where I veered off? Yeah, something like that. And now I think I might even give myself a little fall down from the next note in scale. right? If you don't know your scales, that's okay. Neither do I. I'm just listening. Seems like that's the note that's in, but this, that doesn't seem like it's a part of this song at all, right? So I'm gonna let it fall from there. Let's hear it.
In a trap song, it's quick and it's
Oh, kya, kya. You hear what it's doing? That's nice.
in a trap song, it's quick and
That's nice. What is this next little moment here? I'm gonna go to the area in the song.
it's logical. And it's
And it's...
and it's
So I'm gonna find that note. Is it this that I meant to do? Let's see.
and it's logical.
Yeah,
And it's
yeah.
and it's logical.
Oh yeah. And now, look, I'm gonna just say to myself, unless I was really off, I'm just gonna kind of correct without listening. Da na na, da na na. So I'm gonna let myself snap into it a little quicker. Look what I'm doing right here. Little quicker. I'm gonna do some shit like that.
And it's logical. You
Yeah. And now right here, looks like I'm going flat a little bit toward the end of that. Why don't I just let it? Oh, what's that about?
and it's logical. You just
Yeah.
it's logical. You
Right? And I think maybe I don't even want myself to slur. You can hear that slur in there. You see that slur? I think maybe what I want to do instead is just let myself hit it. Look how I'm going quicker. Now, this might sound a little auto-tuney, but we're going to check, okay? Let's listen.
and it's logical. You
Let's say that that's fine for now. If we were really dialing in, we would go a little further, make that sound more human. But we're going to make this a little bit more right.
and it's logical. You just need auto.
Ooh, that's bad. Listen to that shit right there.
Just need auto tune.
It's funny that the word I'm saying is auto-tune because that is the worst it's been so far.
Just need auto tune.
I need to decide what I'm trying to do. Sounds like I'm trying to go da na 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 need auto-tune. So I need to find those notes. Look. Need. There it is. Need. And now there. Need do you see all my slurring? That's not good. What we want to do is snap that in. Need to do right there. I'm gonna let it live there. Do tune. Let's get it like that. Let's hear it now.
Just need auto tune. Just need auto tune.
Yeah. Let me show you something right here on this. This right here, what I'm going to do is I'm going to give myself some vibrato. When you draw vibrato, what you want to do is you want to move with the curve that you were naturally doing. Look what I'm doing. But I'm going to now kind of go like this. And give myself a little fake out vibrato.
Just need auto tune. But soon.
And I want to go a little faster. But...
Just need auto tune. But soon.
that's a little intense for me. I might go a little less high.
Just need auto tune. But soon.
Sure, we'll say that that works.
But some shot.
Right there, I think this one I might allow myself to just be right on the note instead of doing any of that flip down shit we were doing earlier. Let's just see what that's about.
But some shot.
You know, that sounds alright to me. And I'm just gonna let this be perfect.
But some genres sound better.
That's bad.
Better.
What is this note that it's supposed to be? It's supposed to be ba, ba. But it's supposed to flip, right? It's supposed to have a flip. Look what happens if we put it perfect, right? If I were to find that note, ba, there's the note. If I were to go like this, listen to what that sounds like.
Genres sound better.
Fully auto-tune vibes.
Better.
We don't want that. So I'm going to undo, and this is how you undo with that button right there. Bam. Okay, now what really needs to happen is it looks like this was on purpose. So let it exist. Just make it perfect, right? So this is what we're going to do. We're going to let it be right. We're going to swing it in. Okay? And we're going to let it fall down to the proper note. And I'm going to go like that, actually. I'm going to let it be really... Let's hear it.
Better.
Come on. That's why we do this right here, man.
Better. Better tune.
And now, if the thing is supposed to sound like, "Duh," right? If it's supposed to be like, yeah, some shit like that in a song, you usually want to come from a note higher than it in scale, right? Maybe we even cheat it ridiculously high. What's this about, man? This might be silly. It's not silly. I fucking love that. I like it, man. Yeah. And now I'm just gonna assume that I got all of these right? Right? Now this is interesting. What am I doing right here? I couldn't tell ya. But I'm gonna trace it. I'm just gonna bring it a little more to the center. But I'm gonna trace it. Looks like I'm doing a little bit of vibrato myself in real life. Let's hear this. Sounds a little auto-tuney. Now this is one of those ones that probably I would need to spend a little bit more time on. Finessing, getting this right. Let's see if this works. What's that about if I go like that? You know, you get the idea. I would need to go in a little further to make that sound really good. Actually, that one didn't sound too bad. So I'm gonna hit that right on. Da na 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 da na 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 na. So that's the second note. Da na. Now I need da na. Right? So let's make that perfect. Da. And you do this to taste, right? Like you might not want it to be so right on, but let's listen. I actually think that looks pretty averaged right there. So I'm gonna let it be. That's the thing about this, is sometimes it's the average of the notes. Could I go like this? Sure I could. Let's hear it. Sounds pretty good. But the point is, it was already averaged before, right? If I undo. So that works. Now, I happen to actually like it when I went like that, so I'm gonna do it. But it sounded good already because it was averaged. Okay, now, how is... That's two notes, right? It's not just involve, it's involve, right? So what are those two notes? I think it's these two. In. So I'm going to make sure that it lives on that first one for a little moment, and then I'm going to bring it up to that bad boy. Let's see if that was the right timing. It's getting a little auto-tuney on that moment. Ooh, I'm hearing all kinds of harmonies in my head right now, but I gotta chill. Wait, okay, here, check this out. Like that. That works for now. Look, it sounds a little auto-tuney. Whatever, we would finesse it if we were really doing this, but I'm just showing you this. Now, that's not bad. You see what I'm doing? I'm using this, because for this moment, I want to be a little less zoomed in. Let's see. I think I just need to hit this better. Now, there's some vibrato in that note, but I'm gonna say fuck it. Let's see. Great. Again, I'm letting myself do those, right? Because if I just go like what it's supposed to be, we're gonna get into auto-tune land. So I'm gonna undo. That's fine for me, right? And I'm gonna let this be straight. Now, this is an interesting moment, right? Like, that's perfect. But, guys, what if I give myself a little bit of that Fakeout Post Malone? It's gonna sound so silly, but you'll know exactly the sound. Check this out. Actually, that wasn't even fast enough. Look, I'm gonna make the curves faster. Do you see how there's more curves? I'm making even more curves. Let's hear it now. Whee! I'm gonna solo it. Oh, shit. This is how you get that Post Malone if your voice doesn't do it naturally, which his does. His voice does this naturally. But if yours doesn't and you want it to, draw that. Involved in this. Ah! Involved in this. I'm gonna undo. That's too much. Involved in this. I'll keep that though. I don't mind that, man. I don't mind that. Involved in this, but when it comes. That didn't sound right. Now, this is one of those that goes. Whenever it sirens down, you want to let it. You want to let it do its little thing, right? So I'm gonna cheat it up, and I'm gonna draw it right in there, but I'm gonna let it go perfect. Involved in this, but when it comes involved it's that in this, but when it that it doesn't sound right. But when it That's what that's supposed to be. Let's see what it actually is. Nope. No, that's the note it should be. When it... And this takes practice, guys, but I have faith in your ability to do this. Let's hear it.
In this, but when it,
Yeah.
when it comes,
And this, I'm gonna let that do its little jumpy thing, but I'm gonna let it come perfect right there. And this, I'm guessing this is just meant to be kind of perfect. Let's hear it.
involved in this, but when it comes to your pitch,
Let's make that perfect.
pitch it,
The note that was supposed to be here was pitch it's not that hard. Pitch it's. And right now it's just going pitch it's. It should be pitch it's. So let's go like that right there. Pitch it's.
pitch it's not.
Yeah. And this, I'm gonna let this do a little flippy thing. Let's do a fake out. Let's do a fake flip, one that I didn't even fucking do. Let's see if that sounds too crazy.
Pitch it's not that.
That works for me. Do you hear it though? It's that it's not right. Like that's what we're looking for.
When it comes to your pitch, it's not that.
And now this note right here, like what is that? Either this is supposed to look like this, or it's supposed to come down from this note, not this note.
Not that, not that.
I want to allow it. I want to see what happens if I let it come from this. Is that too crazy? They haven't been so far. They've been working. Let's hear it.
Not that, not that,
Yeah, whenever you, that's that.
not that.
But I do want to let it come down to this note perfectly.
Not that hard.
Yeah, boy. Maybe I even, man, I've been really giving these flips a lot of love. Let's try it. I mean, I keep thinking it's going to be too crazy and then it isn't.
Not that hard.
Bro, I'm okay with that shit.
That hard.
Maybe it makes sense for this one to just kind of hit it, but
Not that hard.
if we are going to hit it, let's fucking hit it. You see what I mean? Look.
Not that hard.
You know, let's just do it for this one maybe. I do like that other shit though.
Even with really high.
Now this is interesting. When you see yourself do some shit like this, my friends, you meant to do that, right? If I were to try to make this perfect, we see where it's hovering, right? It's hovering around this note. If I were to make this perfect though, man, is that going to sound auto-tune-ish. So what I am going to do is I'm going to draw some vibrato. And I'm just going to, let's just,
Even with
you know, I think it's supposed to have a little bit of that.
even with really high.
Yeah, it looks like I was doing it this whole time. If that's the case.
Even with really high. Even with really high.
And now this sounds kind of right. It's that average thing, right? It was already pretty averaged.
Even with really high. No.
Alright, now on a note like this, look man, I would want to massage it, get it real right, but honestly, I'm just gonna say fuck it, and I'm just gonna let this shit rock like as though it was in auto-tune, because it's gonna sound nice.
Even with really high. No.
Yeah. Alright, I think it sounds pretty good. Now what you could do, guys, if you have auto-tune, is now that you waves tuned it, you could throw a little bit of auto-tune on there, just a little something to clean it up, you know what I mean? But not the amount that you know, that would actually make it sound good on its own, right? So like if I throw it in auto-tune, okay, I don't know what the hell key this song is in, dun, dun, dun. I think that's whatever note that is. F sharp minor. I'm gonna go to F sharp minor. If you guys want a little video on like how to find keys of songs by ear like that, I could help you with that in another video. Let me know in the comments. And I'm just gonna like real light. I'm just gonna add, this is light, guys. If you don't know auto-tune, this is light right here.
In a trap song, it's quick and it's logical. You just need auto-tune, but some genres sound better tuned by hand.
It almost sounds like I can sing. Now, guys, if you look here, I've got some stacks, right? I've got a lead. Hey, that's what we've been listening to. I've also got lead left, so I put it fully on the left. That's our panning, right? If we were in the center, it would say C on it. But it does not say C on it. It says 50L. That means it's all the way to the left. One's in the left speaker. This one here is in the right speaker. This one here is in the center, okay? What's important is that you're really in the pocket with yourself. What I mean is, whatever you laid down as your lead, the other shit you laid down is going to need to be the same, damn it! You need to make that shit the same. You can't be kinda on with yourself. Like, listen to all three of these together. You're gonna hear a difference just because of the pitch is different, right? Because this pitch is good and these two are not. But listen.
In a trap song, it's quick and it's logical. You just
Like, look at the waveforms.
auto-tune, but some genres sound better tuned by hand. It's music shit is way more.
Right? It's not just about where notes start, it's also about where they end, right? That's important. Practice that skill of really knowing what you did on the first one, because this is a huge part of this.
It's music shit is way more involved than this. Fuck.
Same goes for the harmonies, okay? Here's some harmonies I'm gonna put in there,
It's quick and it's logical. You just need auto-tune.
right?
Sound better tuned by hand.
Listen to how much better it sounds when I tune all of these harmonies the way that I did on that other shit.
Tuning harmonies.
I have tuned it. Let's listen.
In a trap song, it's quick and it's logical. You just need auto-tune. But some genres sound better tuned by hand. It's music shit is way more involved than this. But when it comes to your pitch, it's not that hard. Even with really high notes. Fuck. In
With no tuning, here is the voice.
better tuned by hand.
With waves tune.
Better tuned by hand.
Yeah, boy! Alright, look, guys. That's it for today. Okay. Love you.